In the final round,
the audience choice ingredient,
Bud Light.
And here we go.
Looks like Chef Dubois is emulsifying the Bud Light into a foam. What's his competitor doing?
He appears to be having a really good time.
A Bud Light reduction for Dubois. And his opponent?
Also improvising nicely. Let's see that again.
Judges.
I like the use of the pressure cooker to tenderize the beef.
But also the use of the cell phone to order the pizza.
It's the sure sign of a good time. It's just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Sorry, Chef, we're gonna need more ingredient.
From Buffalo Wild Wings, this is the Jeff Fisher Show, brought to you by Super Park, Spirit Toyota Scion, and Bud Light.
The NFL has let you know there was a clock error that Sam was scrambling with about
NFL,
2.5 minutes to go.
NFL didn't let me know. I let them know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I got that.
Okay.
I got that one wrong. The record is straight here. But the bottom line is that the clock was stopped for about 7 or 8 seconds when it should not have been.
That's correct.
Significant because you could have probably taken it down to the 2-minute warning, run a play, and then they would have been forced to use their final timeout and not had it on their final drive.
Correct. That's
right.
Exactly. And so prior to that, the second and 11 play, I had told Shoddy, "Hey, look, keep this clock running, okay? And we can go to 2 minutes." And so you say, "Well, why did you do what you did?" "Well, we were going to run a screen pass because we figured one or two things would happen. You either get it to him, or Sam's going to go get around and get down. Is what we're going to do." So we wanted to try to, you want to try to win the game. You want touchdown. You want yards. But in this case, you can't have a negative play. And so Sam, the ball's not there. Sam takes off. He runs down the sideline, slides clearly in bounds. And that play started, that actual play started, the play clock says 45, or the game clock said 2:45. Is actually 2:41, somewhere in there. But so that the game clock should not stop. It just should keep running. The play clock will start. It goes to 0, and they reset it at 40 as soon as Sam gets up. Basically, right at the end of the play, they set it at 40. So now what happens is they for some reason stop the game clock and start the play clock. So now the play clock is running, and now I got less time on the play clock than I do the game clock. And now I'm looking at
you got to run a play.
I'm looking at a delay. So I can't take it down. So that changed the whole scenario, so I just told Shoddy, just relax. I'm going to run the play clock down to 1 second, call timeout. So I ended up stopping the clock at 2:03.
But DeMarco was
confused.
Well, we mentioned it because we noticed the stoppage and then the restart of the clock at the time. We mentioned it during the broadcast, but then things were unfolding so quickly we really didn't have time to digest everything. But DeMarco was saying before he arrived, in a situation like that, and I know you informed the NFL, but let's say the NFL and other situations tell you, yes, we erred. How do you deal with that as a head coach? I mean, you don't get any satisfaction out of it. Nothing changes for you. You don't win the ball game.
It's not the first time that things like that have happened. It's part of our game. That's the human error.
Right.
Okay. But you don't want a play clock operator that's technically a league employee who's living in Detroit have that situation happen. And I'm not saying it on purpose.
Right.
Okay. But what I want to make sure is it doesn't happen again. And I think the league deserves a right to find out why it happened. Human error, fine. I'll stick with it. But in essence, it was an extra timeout.
Sure it was.
For them. Now, you could argue the other side, well, I could have just taken the delay. Yeah, I could have taken the delay and gone to, but it still wouldn't have gone to 2 minutes, So, that we had no other option.
And you put 5 more yards on a potential field goal at that point.
Yeah, right. And so we had no other option than to do that. And then now you got 3 seconds left for the 2-minute warning. It does you no good to run the football. So you might as well throw it. And now we go 2-minute warning, which I'm surprised that play only took 3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds.
I guess you just make a paper airplane out of the apology, flat across the room.
I just want to make sure it doesn't happen again. That's all.